What is up and welcome back to my channel. If you guys like sports stuff, you can consider subscribing. It's been a long time since I posted on here, and it's no excuse. I should be posting here every single day. But anyways, I'm bringing you guys a video. I'm sure you guys can tell by the name of it. Should the Eagles hit the panic button? The Eagles so far definitely do not look like defending Super Bowl champions. They're struggling on both sides of the ball, especially on offense. I got a little stat here. Last year, they were points per game. They were ranked third. They were ranked 7th in yards per game. And this year, they're ranked 25th points per game. For yards per game, they're ranked 20th. They're just absolutely struggling offense. So they do finally have Carson Wentz back. I think if Carson Wentz just can... I think he's going to need a couple more games to get it going. They finally got Alshon Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey looked great. Sunday versus the Titans, last Sunday I should say, they were really the only highlight of that game. So if these two can get it going, their offense should be fine, but they're absolutely struggling on the running game. And J has not been able to get it going. Does not look the same. He's been injured a couple times already. He has said he has a back injury, which is not good. Zach Ertz does not look like what he did last year. He leads tight ends and drops, and you don't want that for a guy who's being compared to Rob Gronkowski and Travis Kelce. If Zach Ertz can get it going, as long as, like I said, Alshon Jeffrey and Carson Wentz, the Eagles should be fine on offense, but their run game absolutely has to get it going. Another thing, Dez Bryant's still out there. In my opinion, especially as an Eagles fan, I think they should give Dez Bryant a shot. This will also help him on offense because the other wide receivers, Nelson Aguilar, is looking like the same, looking like he did a couple years ago, dropping balls. They brought back Jordan Matthews. Jordan Matthews dropped the ball a couple times against the Titans, but he did have I think it was a 56-yard touchdown catch. But the wide receivers are not good this year. Besides Alshon Jeffrey, so they should definitely give Dez Bryant a shot. The offensive line is awful so far. Carson Wentz has been sacked 9 times since the 2 games he's come back, and you don't want that for a guy coming back from an ACL injury. This offensive line cannot protect him. I don't want to say it. Definitely don't want to say it. If Carson Wentz goes down again, Nick Foles is definitely not going to have that magic like he did last year. He struggled before Carson Wentz came back. So offensive line has to get it going. You don't want Carson Wentz to go down. This is your future quarterback, and they need to protect him. This offensive line is awful. Like last year, the offensive line was great. They do not look the same this year. Especially what's killing them is their secondary. They were getting burnt so many times versus the Titans. There was a couple times the Titans, Marcus Mariota threw deep balls, and the Eagles secondary was lucky that Titans receivers did not hang on to the balls, because if they did, that game would never have been close as it was. That game never went into overtime. They need to work on secondary. The secondary has been struggling for years now, ever since their old defense coordinator, Jim Johnson, when he was defense coordinator years back. The Eagles secondary was great, but ever since he's gone, he's been gone and passed away, the Eagles secondary has been awful. That's been their weakest link for years. That's something they really need to work on. The front seven's still pretty good. They were getting to Marcus Mariota throughout the game, but their secondary killed them throughout the game. I think the Titans were down back against the wall, 4th down a couple times in overtime, and it was either penalty or the Eagles secondary could not make a stop, and they definitely need to work on that, or it's going to be a long season for the Eagles. They definitely should hit the panic button yet. They got a big task coming against Minnesota Sunday. This isn't the same Vikings team as it was last year. They're kind of struggling, but they finally got a good quarterback in Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins is great versus the Eagles in his career. So if we can get it going, especially with Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen, Kyle Rudolph, it's going to be a long day for the Eagles secondary if they cannot make a stop. But speaking about the Vikings, their defense doesn't look good, so Eagles do got a chance in this game. But altogether, their offensive line needs to get it going. The running game needs to get it going. Their secondary needs to go. And there's also been rumors that the Eagles are interested in Le'Veon Bell. If they do get him, they would have to give up a guy like Brandon Graham, which I don't want to happen. There's rumors that Nick Foles will be part of that deal. Like I said earlier, if you trade Nick Foles in that 2nd-round pick for Le'Veon Bell, and this offensive line gets Carson Wentz hurt, you're down to 1 quarterback. Nate Studfield, he looked pretty good in preseason, but that's preseason. But hopefully, as much as it'd be pretty cool to have Le'Veon Bell on the Eagles, I don't think it's going to happen. But you definitely don't want your star quarterback going down, especially if you trade your one of your backup quarterbacks. But altogether, the Eagles need to get it going. They need to come in Sunday with their chest high, their head held high, and go into that game and try what they did last year versus the Vikings in the NFC Championship. If not, and if the Eagles lose this game, they're in trouble, especially with the Thursday game. They get short rest Thursday. They got the Giants Thursday. The Eagles really need to win these next two games. If they don't, you definitely should hit the panic button. Like I said earlier in the video, they do not look like defending Super Bowl champions. They need to start getting the offensive line going, like I said, the secondary and the running game. Altogether, like I said, if Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz, and Alshon Jeffrey can get it going, they should be fine, but still a lot of time left. Hopefully this Eagles team can get it going, but we'll find out. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, please, and yeah, I definitely got to do this more because I kind of struggled in this one. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best.